I've seen some pretty shitty situations in my life, but nothing has ever sucked more ass than this.
Bring out the Juggernaut Brothers!
Hey everybody, welcome to the Juggernaut Brothers. Moose Lundstrom here. Welcome. First and foremost, I want to thank you. Thanks for listening. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy these podcasts because I enjoy doing them. So if you have any feedback, you can always put it on our iTunes, rating and review. That always helps. Or, just give me a shout out on Twitter. Tell me how much you hate or love the Juggernaut Brothers, how much you hate Moose Lundstrom. That's cool. We're all thinking it. So I hope you are enjoying it. In this episode, it's going to be me and the Juggernaut Brothers. Jack Dawes, Adam Vokey, and myself talking about hair rock. You know, the big hair rock of the late 70s, 80s, and early 90s, GlamRock. It went under a bunch of different names, but it's all the good same stuff. Guys our age, it was kind of the stuff we grew up with, and we have a long conversation about it, so I hope you do enjoy it. You can download this. If you want to find everything for the Juggernaut Brothers on our website, jugbro.com. The Stitcher, the iTunes, the Spreaker, all the downloads, and the clickable stuff is all over that. Also, you can find the music tab for any music you hear at the end of the podcast at the Juggernaut Brothers. There is under the music tab, there is a page for them. This particular week will be Shameless to Say, a Cheyenne, Wyoming-based rock group. It's a great song. We're going to play it at the end. If you want to find them, you can find Shameless to Say on Reverb Nation, Facebook, Twitter. They're on everything. Or you can just go to our page, jugbro.com. I will have a tab under the music tab. Just go there, check out Shameless to Say, buy their music, support a local group, support some guys living their dreams. So hope you support them. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Here goes. That's a good way to start it out. Welcome to the Juggernaut Brothers. I am Moose Lundstrom. Today I got some friends with me today. We're gonna get those guys here in a minute because I am at Embers Lounge right now. Me and some of the Juggernaut Brothers are here doing a podcast. We're actually going to set up for a comedy weekend here. It's Valentine's weekend here in Morgan County. We got 2 shows kicking off this weekend. Spencer James headlining, Mr. Matt Monroe, and Mr. Jones are going to be featuring for us. And I got my partner in crime. See, I got a lot of irons in the fire. I got a regular job. I do this podcast. And then on the side, I have a small company that promotes comedy shows. 2 for the Road Entertainment, 24road.com if you're looking. And my co-owner, my partner in crime, the original Juggernaut brother, Mr. Adam Vokey here today.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing, buddy. And the other, we were the episode number 1, you and I.
Yep.
The Juggernaut Brothers, 2 for the Entertainment, and our interviewer, and probably original Juggernaut brother, original Juggernaut brother, Mr. Jack Dawes.
Howdy.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm smooth. How are you?
You are smooth, and you got me some learning stuff today. Yeah, you got me some help with the names here today. You got some name tags because Moose a little slow on the uptake. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
So many guys in comedy do have a nom de guerre.
And I don't even know what a nom de guerre is.
I think I had one once, but I got it treated.
You got it removed?
Yeah.
Well,
I think I lost that in the divorce.
It's kind of interchangeable with nom de plume. Don't worry about it.
You just can't nom de...
It's stratosphere stuff. Don't
All right. Well, here's the deal. We always have a topic, and I like to do this for a topic. Bless you. I was watching on the news, and it turns out Motley Crue on their final tour this year. Did you guys hear about this?
I did hear about that.
That's horrible because I know I'm going to have to drive 1,400 miles probably to go see them.
Are they? I don't know if they're coming to Colorado or not.
I have no idea. I haven't seen the tour dates. Just found out about a couple days ago.
So I think this one we're going to talk a little hair rock. What do we call it? Hair rock, glam rock?
It's interchangeable.
A little this rock.
Absolutely.
And that's what I like. Back when music had a guitar solo, Mm-hmm. The girl you wanted to be with and the rock star you wanted to be, same haircut, a lot of the same makeup tips. Right? Yeah. It was a wonderful time growing up. Am I wrong?
No,
You were completely
I
right.
loved it.
I got a bit of my comedy about this, about how every girl, remember the old haircut they had, like
With the bangs, right?
But the bangs would stick straight, like someone just scared the shit out of them. You know what I mean? Remember that? Yeah. Good stuff. How much Auqanet, is Auqanet still in business?
Yeah, they're still around. The big can, right? The big can.
Well,
the,
you'd have
with
to
the
have the big
teal
can.
with the teal label.
Luke, looking at your head, I got to wonder, if at all possible, if you needed Auqanet at any time.
I used to have beautiful hair.
Yeah.
I used to have such beautiful hair that they would call the barber would call people to say that Jack was having his haircut.
Oh.
Jack was having his haircut, and they would come by.
Did you order food?
And I did, yeah.
Okay.
And they,
Thank you.
the people in town would come by and watch me get my haircut.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was just about. I had awesome hair, and that's why I don't have hair because I was so vain.
You two are probably the only two that I can make fun of being more bald than I am. I got me some Eddie Munster hairline going on. I'll give you that.
That's nice. The Widow's Peak.
The
I'm
Widow's
digging it.
Peak?
Yeah.
It wasn't always a widow's peak. I had a good hairline for a long time. Back when the music we're going to talk about today was popular, I had,
Did you have long hair?
I had a mullet. I've had a mullet in 2 stints of my life. I had a mullet, obviously, in the 80s because that was, they just came standard. And
I'm standard with childhood.
mine did. And then I had a mullet. I'm 38 now, so when I was 35, Adam?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I regrew a mullet. I'll show you my license. It was glorious, dude. But I've got like naturally curly hair, so I get the AC Slater thing going on, like AC Slater at 40, like
And
if
Swayze
when he
type.
just gave up. Yeah, I wish. You know what I'm saying? AC Slater after he raided a freaking McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Laid waste to a good burger. But then I got a job. Then it's a company that's not it's not mullet friendly, so I don't know how I feel about that.
It was good years, though. You remember? I mean, the whole. I guess if you. I don't know when anybody wants to really start it. It depends on who you talk to. You can say, well, it started in '76 with Zeppelin, or you can say it started in '81 with Rat and the Crew and Sunset Strip. But early '80s, everything was going on and on and on, just completely awesome. And all of a sudden, I mean, I was in school when it just died. It was like overnight.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, no, Adam, you're not big on this music.
Well, I grew up in the sticks. If we were talking about like WD-40 and old country music and NASCAR, I'd be right there. But,
They all
Luke-
dovetail together.
Jack grew up in the sticks.
Yeah.
And he grew up in Marino, man.
yeah, but I bet Jack's father didn't burn any tape that wasn't country when it came into the house.
I'll tell you this. You've met my mom. And Mom was big on the whole, she thought everything that had a guitar in it was satanic. KISS, that stands for Knights in Satan's Service. Or she thought AC/DC stood for After Christ's Devil Comes.
A lot of bad press about AC/DC, though. Remember the kid shot himself wearing the AC/DC hat in the
Yeah.
garage?
See, and my mom read all the Inquirer articles about 80s rock, and that's why I didn't get to listen to it.
Really?
Yeah, when I was growing up, the heaviest metal I had was the braces that were in my mouth.
Nice.
So, I mean, I was full country. I did have a Poison open up and say "ah,"
Excellent.
just because it had every rose on it. My mom liked that.
Really?
Yeah, that was the only reason why I got that one in the house.
They were kind of like glam rock. See, I was watching it was the 80s, one of those shows on VH1, and they were dogging out Poison. Like, no man liked Poison. Don't show me a dude that liked Poison. I like Poison.
You like Poison because if you had a Poison cassette, you knew that a chick was probably going to get in your car. Or at least was more likely than without the Poison cassette.
Jack, no cassette is that powerful in my world. Okay. If C.C. DeVille was sitting in my car with me, if Bret Michaels and me were kicking it one day in 1988, the girls would have jumped in and be like, "Hey, Brett, let's hook up. But get rid of the fat kid first." The one with the AC Slater mullet. You know what I'm saying?
The Chicago Bulls hat.
And the Chicago Bulls hat. Chicago Bulls everything back then, yeah. So, no, I like Poison. I like the music.
It's not bad.
Look what the cat drug in, right? First one. I remember mowing lawns and shoveling walks, and we were going to Pueblo because that's where we went for vacation. We went to go see family. I was raised by a single mom, so that was our vacation. We went to go see family. We didn't go anywhere exotic. And I saved up, and I was so excited because Pueblo has a mall. And in Brush, Colorado, we didn't have a mall.
Yeah.
And they had it wasn't Sam Goody. What was the mall store back then? Music store, remember? Maybe it was a Sam Goody. Do you remember?
I can't recall.
Adam, do you remember?
I'm thinking.
The big
I
music.
want to say Hastings, but those were like
those-
standalone.
Does it really affect the outcome of the story?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it doesn't. But they had their own music stores where they sold the T-shirts
Gotcha.
and stuff. And I was so excited because it was the release of Flesh and Blood from Poison.
Nice.
And I was just so excited.
Is that
to get that
89?
tape. Yeah. No, 89. No, 90.
90?
90, 91, yeah. Because 89 was a great year for hair metal, man. You had Skid Row we were just playing. Feel Good came out that year.
That's right.
What else? There was so many great albums that came out
Well, I
that
think
year.
GNR came out with Lies that year, did they not?
They did, because 87 was Appetite for Destruction. Now, I'll tell you, Appetite for Destruction is one album. It's like my White Album. I bought it in cassette, MP3, CD. Every format that thing has came out on, I have bought. I've probably bought that album literally 6-7 times.
Wow.
I loved that. That was my favorite album of all time.
I think I wore that out only once, though, on
Really?
cassette. I wore out Back in Black twice on cassette.
Fantastic.
Original cassettes, not dubbed. Original.
Adam,
From the store cassette.
Back in Black. Who are we talking about?
Talking about AC/DC.
Okay, that was
All
an
right,
easy one.
you
That
got
was an
one
easy
C.
one.
I love AC/DC.
You're a citizen of the
I'm
world.
good with AC/DC.
Yeah, no, AC/DC's fan. It's the best concert I've ever seen in my life. Was
That's
it?
so.
You ever seen him? Have you ever seen him in
No.
concert? Amazing.
Huh.
I took Tish with me, and she was a big alternative fan, right? But she had never been to a concert. I took her brother. A bunch of us went and saw Van Halen,
Nice.
and she couldn't go because she was in trouble because she's Tish or whatever not. And so I told her, well, next time I get tickets to a concert, I'll talk to your father because her and Tim were younger than me. And he goes, yeah, you can go. And I remember my mom gave me her cell phone to take just in case we got in trouble. And it was the big-ass cell phone. Like, that came in the package, remember? And I was all trying to pimp it up. Like, you got to call your folks here. I have like a tablet. Like, I put it in her lap. It takes her wind out of her. I'm like, just go ahead and dial that with the big-ass numbers. All like, when the light came on, it, like, illuminated the whole car. It looked like God was sitting next to me.
There
There was, like,
the car
the
slows
bag
down.
phone?
What's that?
Was it a bag phone?
It was a bag phone, yeah.
Bag phone, yeah.
From Cell 1.
Cellular one.
That's where I had my first cell phone from too.
Well, that's Cell 1. That's where. So anyway, we went and saw AC/DC, and she was okay into it, man. But people were just rocking, dude. It was the coolest concert. They had probably one of the coolest part of it was the Ball Breaker tour. Because I couldn't go to concerts when I was in high school. She wouldn't let me because she thought I was going to get into drugs. And, you know what I mean? Look how he sucks down Twinkies. He tries crack and it's over. You know what I'm saying? This kid ain't coming back. So so I went and it was the Ball Breaker tour, and it was the coolest thing because they had this like city scene erected on stage, like all these buildings, and this huge wrecking ball came out of the middle of McNichols Sports Arena. That's where I saw it. At
Wow.
McNichols Sports Arena. Do you remember that?
I do remember McNichols.
And this thing, it came down and it started swinging above the crowd, and it hit it and said, and then Back in Black.
That's what they led with?
Oh man, it was, and they had like 4 or 5 little stages all around the arena, and Angus would come up, man, and he would just start jamming out, and he'd be like 50 yards from you, man, and people were losing their minds. It was one of the coolest concerts, the coolest concert.
So the motif
I've ever seen.
is the jacket insert from the album, is what you're saying.
The what?
The motif behind
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stage is from the, because you know the album,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
liner
yeah.
notes, right? They
I
have all
didn't know
those.
that.
They have all those urban scenes that are kind of like comic book style, sort of, I guess. I think that's the one show I still want to see. I mean, these days you can see bands kind of washed up and come back. I mean, in the past 5 years, I've seen Slaughter twice and Warrant twice and
Good for
Bullet
you.
Boys. I missed that show.
Smooth up in you, buddy.
Smooth up. You know, gosh, I mean, there's been probably half a dozen more that I've seen that, like
Right.
Firehouse. I know that's not exactly in the same genre, but
I
it's
love
really,
Firehouse.
really good rock. And I'll drive 500 miles to see Firehouse.
Firehouse
And
had what was the first big song off there?
they're probably the first big one. Was
Not the
that,
slow one. There was a
No, I think that was the first big chart topper they had. Was
the
it
slow
not?
one, Love of a Lifetime.
Uh-huh.
No. It was number 4. It was number 4 on the album.
Well, they're what do we? All She Wrote, probably then.
No,
right?
no, Adam, you're looking it up, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
First Firehouse album.
It wasn't All She Wrote. It wasn't the first
No.
one to chart.
Gosh darn it! No, it was. Adam will look it up. We'll go on. But
All
Fire, because I remember we'd go to the local Pizza Hut, and thank you very much. And we go to the local Pizza Hut, and you use the jukebox,
Right.
You know, we do hang out there. And Firehouse, I remember number 4 because I'd always play it.
Was it the self-titled one?
Yes,
Fire-
right. It's got like the firefighter's helmet on it.
No,
right?
no. The first one's got the chick with the Hooters.
You're right. You're
and
right. The brunette. You're
yeah,
right.
And
Yeah.
the match it just
Yeah.
was out.
Firehouse.
What's the number? What's
Yeah.
the fourth track?
I've got to find the track list.
This is why
It's important.